Just a wee word about how the bikes have helped you and how My has helped you. So if you just want to explain how the electric bikes have helped you, it'd be great.
Right. I did cycle all my life, and I was always very active, and I did a lot of walking and climbing, and was always used to being outdoors. And then, unfortunately, Mr. Parkinson's joined me, and I have to be very careful as to what I do, where I go, and I'm totally limited when it comes to hills. Walking up the slightest incline is really difficult, and I mean the slightest incline. It's really, in Woolworths I couldn't go from one end to the other nearly. But I discovered something last year. I saw an ad in something or other, a sports magazine, for e-bikes, and I thought, oh, that's interesting, but I wouldn't like to do that because maybe I wouldn't be able to cycle on my own bike afterwards. But time went by and I wasn't getting out, and I was going demented, so I decided I would go to a ceramics course with the My group, and it was really good. And then the second course we were having was one with the e-bikes, and I jumped at the chance of getting on an e-bike. And I never thought I would see Slievenslat again unless somebody took me in a lorry or something. But I was up Slievenslat that day on my e-bike, and it was flying up the hill like it didn't exist. It's a whole new world. It's absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to start saving right away because I've got to get one. But in the meantime, there's lovely bikes here and in Castlewellan Forest Park. You couldn't get a nicer place to cycle. And I am just so happy to be able to get out again. It means the world to me.
Hi, this is Ian, one of our men that uses the men's group, and Ian's going to talk more about how the men have been affected and some particular men in the group. So go ahead, Ian.
Thanks, Damien. I am a retired person from work, and was looking for stuff to do, and managed to get in touch with couple of the guys from My who invited me to the bikes as an activity that they were involved in, and it wasn't something that I particularly knew about. But I came along, and very quickly I realised that it was something that was very helpful, very interesting, and there was like a community spirit. And so after a few weeks you felt that you actually belonged to something and you had a reason to come out and join with the guys. And it's quite a mixed group. There's younger guys who are fitter and, you know, a bit of a daredevil, are happy to try on the e-bikes to, you know, test them out down some trails and things. But for the rest of us, we're happy just to ride around and get up to Slievenslat and see some of the scope of what's actually in Castlewellan Park. But it's been exceptionally useful and helpful because our group has built up, you know, probably from 6-7 people now. We've got, I would say, a nucleus of about 12, maybe even 15 people, and that ranges from guys who are struggling with things like arthritis, or, you know, don't have a lot of interaction with people, can come along, and started with maybe twice round the lake. Now they're getting 3, 4, 5 times. Some of them are actually following us up to Slievenslat, which even they didn't think they would ever do. But at the end of the day, whether it's sunshine, snow, rain, there's a good spirit, and one guy says, I'm going to go out, the rest of us feel an obligation, we better go out too. And so we are very keen to come every week and you know, to take part and to actually build up what is good relationship, good communication, a community, and a very good bunch of guys.
And Ian, just on that, I know you've been out in e-bikes a number of times, and I think, did you purchase one? Were they that good?
They were that good that after about 6 or 7 months they were selling off some of the bikes here, and I did actually take the plunge. I didn't have a bicycle at all, pedal bike, but it was such good fun that I actually ended up buying one, and I still find Wednesdays in the men's day is my big day out, but I do enjoy getting out on the e-bike, so it's given me something extra in my life too.
Ian, how has the social side, how have you seen the social side change within the men's group?
One of the big things I think, Damien, is that we've become a group of friends, and although we meet here on a Wednesday and have basically 2 hours with a cup of coffee at the beginning to have a chat and just to catch up on what's been happening, it's given us actually the opportunity to have friendships. And now that we don't all literally come from one single location, but sort of represent some of the local towns. It's nice when you go down, you meet up with guys that are now friends on a Wednesday and have become part of your actual group of people that you interact with, and you look forward to seeing them. So that's been a big thing too, of helping to develop friendships and relationships.